celebrating 75 years of service to education. Bal Bharti Public School.
Good morning students. In today's class we will cover one more chapter, that is forms of business organization. So there are many type of business organization, that is sole proprietorship, partnership, Hindu undivided family, cooperative societies and company form of organization. So in today's class we will cover the first topic, that is sole proprietor. So sole, it is means only, and proprietor means owner. Hence the sole proprietorship means the only owner of business, and the sole proprietorship form of organization refers to the organization which is owned, which is financed and which is managed and controlled by a single person. That means sole proprietorship is a form of organization which is owned, financed, managed and controlled by a single person. In the next topic we will see what are the various features of sole trade are there. So first feature of sole trade, it is formation and closure. So as far as formation and closure is there, it is very easy to form and close. It is not very difficult to form and close a sole trade because very few or no legal formalities are there. Only in the few cases licenses may be required. Otherwise, a sole trade can be opened without any license. If you compare from the company form of organization or other organization, lot of formalities, lot of licenses are required from the various authorities. But in the sole trade, it can be easily formed and it can be easily closed also. Then second feature is sole risk bearer and profit recipient. So as it is run by a single person, so if it is a business is successful, the whole profit goes to the proprietor, and in case of failure, the proprietor alone has to bear all the risk and losses. The next feature is individual control. So again it is a single person show, so that's why it is owned, financed, managed and controlled by proprietor itself, because in the sole trade the whole business is financed by the proprietor. Since only one person is financing the business, the person who is financing the business, he used to manage and control the business. However, the sole proprietor, he may delegate some authorities to his assistant, but the final decision making power rests in the hand of the proprietor only. The next feature is no separate entity. So in accountancy you have read about business entity or separate entity concept, in which we have read that business and businessman is having a distinct identity. All the entries are made in the books of business, not in the books of businessmen. Business, it is an artificial person, and businessman, it is a legal person. So as far as the law is there, the business, it is considered as an distinct identity. But in case of sole trade, it is an exception. In case of sole trade, in the eyes of law, there is no difference between sole proprietor and his business. Both are considered as same. The next is unlimited liability. So unlimited liability means in case of sole trade, the creditors they can claim the personal asset of proprietor. If business assets are not sufficient for meeting the liabilities, and this unlimited liability feature is having because of the separate legal entity. Because what happens in case of the company form of organization where separate entity concept is there, so company and the members are considered as different. So in case liability arises, the creditors can claim only the business assets, not the personal assets of the owner here. Just take the case of Vijay Mallya or any other company which fails. So in that case, if they have taken the loan from the bank can claim their amount or recover their amount only by selling the business assets. Maybe in the case of Kingfisher, only by selling the assets which belongs to the name of the company. They can't claim the personal assets of the Kingfisher or Vijay Mallya. So that's why in case of the sole proprietor, the concept of business entity is not there. So separate entity is not there, because it may happen that the people they will take loan from the bank and they may misuse it. They may say that okay, their business failed, they are not able to run the business. So in that case, it will be very difficult for the financial institutions to recover the loan from the proprietor. So that's why the concept of business entity concept doesn't exist with the sole trade. Even in the case of company form of organization, the company the government, they are working on the concept of willful defaulter. That means even in the case of company, somebody willfully defaults, they're not paying the amount of the bank. In that case, apart from the business assets, personal assets can be claimed. But as far as law is there, wherever separate entity concept exists, only business assets can be claimed for recovery of the asset. But in case of sole trade, a separate entity concept is not there. Business and businessmen both are considered as same. So that's why in case the owner he is not able to pay his liabilities, so the creditors they can claim the personal asset of the proprietor if the business assets are not sufficient. That means the creditor first of all they will sell all the assets of the business to recover their amount. And in case that business assets are also not sufficient, after that the personal assets, maybe the house of the proprietor, the jewelry of the proprietor, the land and building which belongs to the proprietor, the vehicles, cars, etc. belongs to the proprietor, can be sold with the permission of the court, and then the creditor they can claim the amount and recover their amount. So that is known as unlimited liability, where the creditors can claim the personal assets of the proprietor in case business assets are not sufficient for meeting the liabilities. The next is lack of business continuity. This is again because of the no separate entity, because business and businessmen both are considered as same. So since the owner and business are same, death, insanity or bankruptcy of sole trader will cause closure of the business. If you again compare from the company form of organization, even if the owners die, the members they may die, the business continues, it doesn't close. But in case of sole trade, if the owner he dies, if there is an insanity of owner or bankruptcy, in that case the business in the name of owner get closed down. Maybe the other legal hire or legal representative he may continue in his own name, but the business which is in the name of the previous owner that get closed. So that's why there is a lack of continuity. The owner and the business, since they are same, the death, insanity or bankruptcy of the sole trader will cause closure of the business.